Now let me ask you, because like I said, I used to train at the Hit Factory when you were doing mitts with Devin, and you'll be a great person to ask this question. Shakur at 135, he looked good against Yomashino. Let me say it right. Yoshino. Mm-hmm. How do you think that fight plays out, Devin and Shakur?
Haney, he's the bigger guy. They both have a lot of experience. It's a really good fight, but I want to pick Devin. I think Devin all around, he's the bigger guy and he's more comfortable there. He's been in there with Shakur. He knows Shakur. He's got some secrets that a lot of you guys don't know. You guys see the sparring, but Devin's learned a lot from that, and he's put a lot of that in his brain that he knows what he's got to do to adjust to make that different than the sparring matches was. And Devin's got the IQ and the mind to do that.
And let's say, and like I said, you're the right person to ask this. Let's say Devin beats Slomo. If he jumps to 140, is that a business decision, or would you say, because the world is going to say he's running at 135, but we all know Devin can fight at 140.
Right. Oh, he's definitely not running at 135. I mean, Devin's been working his ass off, excuse my language, but he's been working his ass off to stay as a champion at 135, you know what I mean? As long as he could to get the big fights. He could have went up and probably ruled 140, but he was waiting for a big fight like Lomachenko that would put him above the rest and say, I beat him at that weight. Now I go up and beat somebody else at that weight. I believe it'd be a business move and a smart move for Devin both ways. We know that Devin has been growing. Everyone grows. He's a young kid. He's still growing.
Right.
He's been at that weight for a while and has never missed a weight. You know what I mean? He's always came in like a champion should come in at that weight division. He had no excuses. I've been at 35 for a while. I can't make it no longer. He does what he has to do at 35.
He's always made weight. We've never heard Devin not making weight
as a professional. That's what professionals are supposed to do. He's never had an excuse of saying, I can't make it, I'm getting weaker, I'm going. No, he will go up to 140 because he's growing. There's nothing else at that division for him to do at 35. So I see him
let me ask you this.
moving to 40.
Tank. We hear power. Give me a breakdown, Tank and Devin. How does that fight go? Do we even get that fight?
Really good fight. You got to realize that Tank has power, at that division. He's 26 coming up in there. But Devin still is the bigger guy. Tank has got power at that division, at the lower division. But as he comes up in weight, especially at 140, I mean, you bring power with you, but you also get slower, So I take Devin over all of them, and Tank as well. His IQ, his boxing level, those guys can only punch. We always looking for Gervonta for the hard shot. When you look at him and say, man, he can box and he can hit you with that hard shot. You know what I mean? So he's got both.